Flip it back to Facebook. I watch YouTube on my phone. All right, Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Need to make sure that the sound is working before we get into class. It's Tawab. All right, no sweat. Today is the scripture breakdown class. It's the day that you can come in and ask your questions about the Bible. Any questions you have, we're going to break it down for you fully, however you need it broke down. In your Christian church, you can't ask nobody a question. That'll get you put out. You get to raising your hand in church and saying, excuse me, I don't understand. They're going to tell you, escort them out to the side. We'll talk to you at Bible study. And then you're going to really be surprised when you come to Bible study and see the pastor ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't never taking questions. But we taking questions. And we want to help you understand the Bible because the Bible is not a religious book. It's not a book about religion. It's a book about your heritage. It's a book about your nationality, about your family. All the stuff you don't learn in history at school is because it's in the Bible. That's why. So we're gonna go into some brothers had some questions. We're gonna answer some of the questions. So like my sinuses is acting up. I ain't got the coronavirus. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, school.
I'd like to know more about Esau, man. That's my.
You want to know more about Esau?
Yes.
What you want to know about Esau? Where he come from? That's a good question. Let me see. Officers, where does Esau come from?
No, sorry, sir. Esau is the brother of Jacob, and they were born by Rebekah.
Okay. Esau is the brother of Jacob. They were born by Rebekah. So Jacob and Esau are blood brothers. Give me the scriptures. We ain't gonna just tell them something. Show it to them. Give me Genesis 25 and 23. Esau and Jacob is brothers. Who is Jacob today in the earth? Who is Jacob today in the earth? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. See, let me take off the spookiness of the Bible. See, the Bible, they make these people in the Bible old and past tense. Like they died and gone, and now, these people are not here anymore. Well, we have you understand that those people are still living today. You understand? So Jacob is the progenitor, is the father of the Black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, Guatemalan, Seminole Indian, North American Indian race. We are all family. All right? Now, Esau is the father of what race?
So like I said, Esau is the father of the so-called Edomites, which are the white man today.
Now, guess what? Esau and Jacob came out the same womb. So now we about to find out where they come from and all of that. Give me what you got.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Now, this lady was pregnant with twins. And these twins were fighting. Go up a verse before that.
Come on, sir. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her.
What'd they do?
They struggled together within her.
Read.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
This lady was pregnant with twins, but these twins inside of her were fighting from the womb. Since they were inside of her, they was fighting. Keep reading.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 what?
2 nations are in thy womb.
What does nations mean? Huh? 2 races. That's exactly right. She's saying you got 2 different races in your womb. 2 nationalities. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people.
2 what?
Manner of people.
If I say 2 manner of people, then what does that mean? Huh? Two different types of people. Give them a hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got two races in your womb, two different types of people is what? Go ahead.
Shall be separated.
Shall be joined.
Shall be separated.
Shall come together.
Shall be separated.
Shall be loved ones and friends.
Separated.
Separated from what?
From thy bowels.
So from birth, we were supposed to be separate from each other. We are not the same. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger.
The what? The what?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
One of these people is going to be stronger than the other people. Go ahead.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
So now, just getting straight to it. Whoever the oldest one is, he's going to have to serve the younger one. Meaning, we're going to give the inheritance to the second one and not the first. You normally, the inheritance go to which child? Your oldest child, the firstborn. But the priest that's talking to her, that's giving her this counsel, he's telling her, listen, you got two different nations in your womb, two manner of people, they're going to be separated, and the elder is going to serve the younger one. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red.
The first came out what color?
The first came out red. All over.
Yeah.
Like an hairy garment.
Now, the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. How many of your kids came out hairy and red? I mean, did none of them come out hairy, red? Nah, that's some white people stuff. White people come out hairy and red. You know why they come out red? Because their blood shows through their skin. That's why. Because their blood is clear, pretty much. So you see their skin is clear. So you can see their blood through their skin. Like if you slap a white man, he gonna turn red because his skin, his blood is showing through his skin. Now, what you have to understand is that is a curse that the Lord put on a people. See, Cain was the first murderer in the earth, right? You know, Cain killed his brother Abel. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, letting everybody know that this is the murderer in the earth. You understand? And the mark that the Lord set upon Cain was the Lord made him red. You understand? Because red is the color of, well, I'm gonna show you to it. I'm gonna give you the answer. But red is when you see red, what do you think? Go ahead.
Danger.
Danger. What else? Stop. What else? Blood. What else? Caution. You understand? That is why the Lord put a caution tape all over this man so you can look at him and say, I need to stay away from him. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Lord did. Read what you got. Now read the definition of red. Hold on. Go ahead, brother. You got a question?
What I'm understanding here is, if I was to slap this man and he turned red, they're telling me that it's a possibility that I could kill this man?
No. Okay. Now, you say it's a possibility that you can kill him. What would make you think you could kill him?
I mean, if I slap this man one good time and he just automatically turned red.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with killing him. You can't kill nobody. We ain't supposed to kill nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
Give him the mic.
I didn't hit him one time already.
And
he didn't turn red. Okay, if I hit him again, is that a possibility? That's what you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying
Oh, you saying if you hitting him so hard that he about to die?
Even after the first one.
Yeah. Now this is what you do. It's like
because, you know what I'm saying? If my understanding of it is, if that's the case, if I hit a white man and he turned red, to me, his skin, his body really just wasn't finished to be formed.
Go ahead.
I'm just being.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's why we in here.
So it don't matter if a white man is angry, if you done struck him, if he drunk, if he angry, if he's sad, he always gonna turn red because his nature. That's who he is. He has no pigmentation in his skin, so it don't matter whatever emotion, whether even when he a coward, he red mixed with yellow.
Give me Genesis 4.
Okay.
Let me give you the answer. I'm gonna tell you what the Bible say so you can understand it. That's an excellent question because the white man does a lot of things that make him deserve death. He kills, he steals, he destroys, right? So now let me show you something that since we talking about the white man and we talking about it, the start of him, let's go to the first white man. Let's go to Cain. All right. And let's see the curse that the Lord put on Cain. Start at verse, we got 4 and
15, sir.
Lord, let's start at 12.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
So now you got a people that when they try to work in the fields, they ain't gonna have the green thumb. When they work in the fields, ain't nothing gonna grow. Now, what do you have to do in order for your field to produce something, some type of product? You got to hire people with the green thumb. Also known as what? Slavery. See what I'm saying? That's how they used it because they didn't have the hands that could bring forth fruit. Keep reading.
Come. A fugitive.
A what?
A fugitive.
What is a fugitive?
Someone in trouble.
Somebody that's running from the law. What does that mean? They're running from what? Judgment. You see what I'm saying? A fugitive and a what?
And a vagabond.
Uh-huh.
Shall thou be in the earth.
What is a vagabond? Go ahead.
Is that like a person with no land, no home?
Yeah, that's a culture bandit. Somebody with no home. That's an excellent way to put it. So now you got somebody that's running from the law, and you got somebody that has no home. So everywhere he go, he makes that his home. He turns into these people because he don't have a place that he comes from. So now let me ask you, where do white people come from? What's their homeland? They come from the caves. That's where they come from. They don't come from, they don't come from a place that like everybody else. Africans come from Africa. Chinese people come from China. The white man comes from caves. You understand? All right, go ahead. What's your question?
Let's say that he had no home, but he ain't running.
Mm-hmm.
What that mean?
We finna go into it. We finna keep reading. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and from thy face shall I be hid.
Now, Cain is saying, man, this is a horrible punishment. The Lord is driving him out from the face of the earth, driving him out from living on the earth because his brother's blood is crying from the ground. So now he can't stay on the earth. He got to stay above the earth. He got to stay in caves. That's why white people love staying in high rises. That's why they love that, because it's in their culture, in their spirit. That's their culture. Keep reading.
Come. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
That's what you were just talking about. That's the first thing that went to your mind. If he read and we know he the bad guy, why I can't just kill him? You see what I'm saying? That's exactly. We going right to your point. Hold up. We gonna get your answer now. Keep reading.
Come. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain.
Now, this is the punishment. Now, even though he deserves death, watch what the Lord does for him. Go ahead.
Therefore, whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Now, if you kill a white man, what happens to you? You dying or going to jail. Vengeance is going to be taken on you sevenfold for killing him. The Lord going to be against you for killing the white man. You know why? Because the Lord wants to do it. See, the white man has always been this type of person that we see today. That's what Judgment Day is for. Judgment Day is the day that the Lord is going to bring vengeance on the people that hate him and his enemy, which is the white man. You understand? So that's what the Bible really teach. So when people say that the Bible is a white man's book and it's a white man's philosophy, they ain't read it. They haven't. They have heard Christianity, but they don't read the Bible. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain,
Mm-hmm.
lest any finding him should kill him.
The Lord put a mark on him, lest if anybody find him, they kill him. The mark that the Lord put on him was that skin, that red skin, because everybody else on the earth were dark melanated people. But when you seen these people, they look different. So now everybody know that these is the murderers. Stay away from them. These are the bad guys. Caution, danger, red. Now, I'm finna show you something very important. Read the definition for the color red.
Call that a one con. This is the definition of the color red from the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Red, a blood-like or blood red color, the color of sin.
The color of what?
The color of sin.
The color of sin. The Lord made him red because he is the sinner. He is the color of sin. So now, since he's the color of sin, now when he gets in authority, what does he say he is now? He say he's white. He's not the sinner. He's pure. He's the good guy. You're the bad guy because you're what? Black. You see, now they make the colors to where these colors are the things that navigate who's good and bad. So now when you see black people, you think bad. That's why they do those different tests with kids. And they show them a white doll and a black doll. And they say, out of these two dolls, which one is the good doll? And they say, the white one. Which one is the bad doll? The black one. Because that's what's been put in our minds. You see what I'm saying? But they are actually the wicked on the earth. Now go back to Genesis. Go back to 25. So hopefully that help you understand. Now it ain't okay to kill them, because then the Lord gonna be against you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, keep going.
We was on 25.
25 and
25.
Start at 20. Yeah, go ahead.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Read.
And they called his name Esau.
Now Esau is the white man that we know today as the Caucasians, right? Keep reading.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. Now,
you see how they didn't describe Jacob? They said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Then came out his brother. Why? Why didn't they describe Jacob? You own it. What you said, brother? And what was special about being black? You think about Joseph. Go ahead.
Like you said, it was nothing special because everybody was black at that point.
Thank you. Everybody was black, so it wasn't nothing special. If that's just like if you have an albino, they gonna describe him. Some little red thing came out with gold hair and this and this and that, because they're going to say this is different than what everybody else's babies look like. You see what I'm saying? So it's explaining it because it wants you to understand that this is not normal. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Right.
And the boys grew, And Esau was a cunning hunter.
Now we getting into the attributes to the spirit of Esau. When you turn on the Discovery Channel, who's on there doing all the killing? Is it black? What kind of people just doing all the killing and the hunting in the safari? The white man, because the white man is a cunning hunter. Just think about what type of mind you got to have to put deer piss on you and to lay in the grass and to make the deers want to come to you because you smell like his piss. Like, just imagine the type of mind that you have to have. You take a turkey and stand it up, a fake turkey, and stand it up in the water. I mean, stand it up in the middle of the bushes and have a thing you blow that sound like a turkey. That takes a cunning hunter to do that. That's Esau. That's the white man. That's his spirit. Now watch what it says about Jacob.
Come. A man of the field.
A man of the what?
A man of the field.
How many of y'all like going out into the field? Y'all like the field? That's what's up. Hey, I ain't say work. I said the field. Yeah. I'm talking about going out killing and all that. Ain't nothing wrong with hunting. Oh, no, exactly. I understand. Right, I feel you. I understand. I know. Keep reading though.
Come. And Jacob was a plain man.
Jacob was a what?
Was a plain man.
What that mean to be plain? Jacob was just chilling all the time. You know what I'm saying? Jacob just minding his business, chilling in the house. It's hot out there. Y'all tripping. I go out there if I'm told to. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't just going out there. Not Esau. Esau going and laying in boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? He going out there to discover a new way to kill. And that's the same spirit the white man got now. You walk into the white man's house, you're going to see deer heads on the wall. You're going to see raccoons on the wall. He done killed everything. He got all his trophies around his house because that's his spirit and has always been his spirit. Keep on. Go ahead.
They even do it for game.
It's a game.
Sport.
Yeah, it's for fun. Right. Yeah, it's the same way killing black people is. It's a sport too. Right. That's why every time he killed us, he named his weapons after us. He named everything he used after the tomahawk, the Cherokee, the Apache helicopter. But you understand? He named everything after us because he killed us. It's for sport because he is the man of sin. And it is so wicked and evil for you to go in church and they to tell you that the devil is under the ground. How could you prepare your kids to protect your kids when you telling them that the devil is imaginary, somebody that they'll never see? The devil under the ground with horns and a pitchfork. When the devil is at school teaching you. That's the devil. That's the liar, the adversary, the deceiver, the murderer, the thief on the earth right there. That's the devil. The devil ain't under the ground. He at the bus stop. He in the gas station. That's the devil. So how can you prepare your children to be protected when you're not giving them the right tools to protect them? You understand? Go ahead.
Dwelling in tents.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. Right. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage. And Esau came from the field and he was faint. Okay, so that's talking about how, then we going into the inheritance. How we got the inheritance over him. We got the inheritance over him. Now, a lot of people like to say that Rebekah lied or whatever, tricked them to get the inheritance. But while she was pregnant, it was told to her that the second one is the one that was going to rule, and the first one was going to be a slave to him. So what she did was she did what she had to do because it was already told to her what she had to do. You see what I'm saying? That means that the promise of the inheritance was given to us before we had even came out of the womb, before we did any good or evil. And that's in the Bible too. You understand? What verse you at? Verse 31. Oh, 30, sir.
All right, keep going.
And Esau said to Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage.
Now here comes the first treaty that the white man made. Now we know about white man treaties. What happened when the white man, how many treaties did the white man make with the Native American? Tazadat?
Over 150, sir.
No, he made over 400 or 500 treaties with the Native Americans. How many of them did he keep?
None.
Not one. Not one single treaty at all. So the white man's word don't mean nothing. Walking up and shaking his hand and making an agreement with him don't mean nothing to him. Now watch this. Read that.
Khan. For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
Why is Jacob saying, sell me your birthright?
Because he knows what it means to be first.
Right. But why does he not know already that he has the birthright? We said it earlier when I asked the question.
Because the angel of the Lord spoke unto his mother, not unto him.
Right. So his whole life, he was growing up thinking that Esau was the chosen one. Just like you right now. You grow up your whole life thinking white people is God's chosen people. God must love them more than they love us because they got money. They got businesses. The angels are white. Jesus is white. The pictures of everybody, the disciples is white. So that means that it's white man's world. Not knowing who God really loves. Keep reading.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die.
Mm-hmm.
And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
The white man said, look, I'm about to die. I'm hungry. And I mean, forget this birthright. If you want it, you want this birthright? Here, you can have it. Go ahead.
And Jacob said, swear to me this day.
He said, do what?
Swear to me this day.
Go to treaty right here. Swear to me this day. Go ahead.
And he swore unto him.
And he said, I promise to God. You understand? That's exactly what he said. Go ahead.
And he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
He did what?
He sold his birthright unto Jacob.
Now, somebody give me where they start getting the blessing. When somebody give me where the actual blessings was given out at. Yeah. That's like in 27 and yeah, it's 27. So like yeah, that's it right there.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 19.
So let me fast forward you to what's going on. Now, Isaac, the father, is about to die. He on his deathbed. So now he finna pass the inheritance down, right? So Isaac is looking for Esau to give him the inheritance because who's supposed to get the inheritance? Naturally. No.
Esau.
Your what born? Your firstborn. That's what I was looking for earlier. Your firstborn is the one who's supposed to get it. So the only person that knows the firstborn is not supposed to get it is who? His mama. You see that? Now, go ahead and read where we at.
Con is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 19. And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
I have done according as thou biddest.
Now, so it's like it. The father said, look, go get me some venison and come bring it to me so I can eat my last meal before I die. And so the mama's like, look, boy, go out there and grab one of them goat hairs, put it on your arm and on your neck. I'm finna fix the food, and you're gonna go in there and take it to your daddy, and you're gonna act like you Esau. That's how it happened. So now it said what? Jacob said what?
And Jacob said unto his father,
Mm-hmm.
I am Esau, thy firstborn.
Jacob walked in there and was like, hey, daddy, what's up? It's me, Esau. Go ahead.
I have done according as thou biddest me.
Mm-hmm.
Arise, I pray thee.
Mm-hmm.
Sit and eat of my venison.
Now his daddy was kind of blind. See what I'm saying? Daddy started losing his vision. So he really couldn't see him. Go ahead.
that thy soul may bless me.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly?
You're like
my
that.
son?"
You're like, dang, boy, I just sent you out to go kill this thing. How you? Well, you done got colder with the hunting. Like, boy, you see, that's why I love you so much. Because Isaac loved Esau and Rebekah loved Jacob because he was the mama's boy. He was in the house all the time, laid up under mama like him. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he said, because the Lord thy God brought it to me.
He's like, because it was the Lord, Daddy. The Lord gave me this. Now, from a Christian mindset, oh, they lying. He doing this. But you know what the mama said? The mama said, let the sin be on me. I would rather do whatever I got to do for us, for somebody that look like me to get the inheritance, to let that thing get the inheritance. Do you know what the inheritance was? Rulership over the earth. That's what the inheritance was. The promise that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob was rulership over the earth. Whatever I got to do to make my family have that inheritance, I'm doing it. That's what Rebekah said. You see what I'm saying? That was a real woman right there. Keep reading. I'm going to get to you in a second.
I will come. Verse 21. And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near,
Mm-hmm.
I pray thee,
Mm-hmm.
that I may feel thee.
Isaac knew something wasn't right. The voices weren't lining up. He's like, come here, boy. Let me feel you. Go ahead.
My son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not.
You see that? Someone he was kind of suspicious about it. It was kind of fishy. Come here, let me make sure I ain't giving this to the wrong person. Now Jacob getting nervous. He's like, oh, Lord be with me. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father,
Mm-hmm.
and he felt him, and said, the voice is Jacob's voice.
He like, this sound like Jacob, but it would.
But the hands are the hands of Esau.
But all this hair I feel, it feel like Esau. I know Jacob ain't grew no hair that fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him because this must be him. You understand? Go ahead, Art.
But Esau owed him that anyway, because he had already done saw this goddamn birthright.
But this is how the white man is. The white man will tell you one thing. He'll promise you 40 acres in the mule, but when it's time to give it, man, give me no. This is my 40 acres in the mule.
To please his flesh, he saw his whole birthright thinking that, man, I just killed this nigga and give it back.
That's exactly how the white man still is today. Look, the white man is tired of ruling the earth. Now let's think about this. The white man has been ruling the earth, and he is tired of ruling the earth. He's so tired of it, he want to see what it's like to be poor. The white man is on the street as a crackhead, as an opioid user. They out here destroying themselves because they bored. They tired of ruling. Why you wish you could rule. Keep reading.
That'll one come. Verse 23. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother's Esau hands. So he blessed him. Verse 24. And he said, art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. Verse 25. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. Verse 27, and he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his remnant, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is the smell of the field which the Lord hath blessed.
Boy, he think this Esau now. He like, you stink. You feel rough and hairy. You brought me this good field. You got me this good food. I know I done gave this to the right. I know this the right person now. Now he all the way sold. Now listen to what he about to give him. Read.
Verse 28. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven.
The Lord gives you the dew of heaven. You know what the dew of heaven is? That's space. The Lord giving you the skies. Keep reading.
And the fatness of the earth.
And the fatness of the earth. That's meaning rulership over the planet. The ground. Go ahead.
And plenty of corn and wine.
And all of the food and drink you want. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And this right here, like when it's talking about the corn, like that's so heavy because all throughout Israel history, we dealt with that plant. You understand?
Yeah.
And you know, when they talk about, well, you know, they didn't discover corn until they started dealing with the Native Americans, the Tainos, and it just proves that that's our people because we the only people that dealt with corn since the beginning.
That's it. Keep reading.
Come out of one come.
This is my favorite part right here.
Verse 29. Genesis 27:29. Verse 29. Let people serve thee.
What is a part of your blessing?
Let people serve thee.
See, this is what Esau gave up. This is what Esau didn't care about because he was hungry. Let people serve thee. And what else?
And nations bow down to thee.
What does nations mean? Different races. Let them serve you and bow down to you. That's the blessing we're supposed to be having right now. Keep reading.
Be Lord over thy brethren.
Be Lord over who?
Thy brethren.
Be Lord over your brother and do what?
And let thy mother's son.
Who is your mother's son?
Oh, Esau.
Esau. This is what we got. See, if you see us down the street getting boot kisses and you say, oh, that's evil. That the Lord don't want white people kissing your boot. This is in our inheritance. This is how we know our kingdom is coming. This is how you know his kingdom is falling and ours is coming because you see that our mother's son, they bowing down to us. Go ahead.
Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Verse 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end to blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
Uh-oh. Big brother back now. And he ain't happy. Drop down to 34.
Now that'll one come, verse 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great, exceedingly bitter cry.
His daddy he said, Daddy, what's going on? You gave him the blessing already? He said, but I thought that was you. When he heard that, he started crying with a bitter cry. What did that mean? What kind of cry is that?
Mad.
He pissed off.
That's that cry that's so heavy you don't got no second.
Yeah. That's what he did. Esau got the wailing. You understand? Keep reading.
God, that'll work. God.
Give me in Hebrews when it said no foreign. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, give me that out of your. Go ahead.
And he said unto his father, bless me. Even me also.
Yeah.
Oh my father.
Don't you got more than one blessing? I want a blessing too. If you giving out blessings, then give me one too then. Go ahead.
And he said, thy brother came with subtlety.
You like, your brother done tricked me. I'm like, God dang, this boy here, he done got me. 52 fake me. Keep reading.
And have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? And he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
Go ahead.
Verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord.
Uh-oh. Now this is what the white man hearing. He like, look, I gave him everything. I done made him your Lord. Keep reading.
And all his brethren have I given to him for service.
For what?
for service.
Ooh-wee. That don't feel good to hear right there. That's a mean loss. That's a mean L to take. Go ahead.
And with corn
Mm.
and wine
Mm-hmm.
have I sustained him, and what will I do now unto thee, my sons?
Now, you want to understand why white people hate you so much? Why they kill you for no reason? Why the hatred for you is embedded in their spirit? It's because they are Esau. And they got the spirit of their father in them. And they can't stand you every time they see you because they know you're supposed to rule over them. And they know that there's a day that's coming that you will rule over them. And everybody else on the earth will follow suit. Because not only did he make us over Esau, he made us over who else? Everybody else. We're going to rule the earth. That is why we are here. We are here to learn how to rule the earth. And the way we do that, we got to come back to our culture. We got to come back to following our laws, statutes, and commandments so that you can't have a nation of people if you don't have rules and guidelines. And the reason our lives have been so messed up is because we are following their rules and guidelines, which are made to destroy us because what? Their rules are made to destroy us because what? Nah.
Because they know who we are.
Nah. All y'all are right. I need something straight on point. You closer now. Go ahead.
Because his father gave us the blessing instead of him.
You getting there. Because they hate us. That's why. I mean, all y'all was right, but it's because of their hatred for you why they treat you that way. Why they can't stand you. Go ahead, Art.
I was going to add on, sir. One of the largest exports that America has is alcohol, and all alcohol that's made in America is made from corn. That makes whiskey and bourbon, and that is one of the largest exports that we have in America under oil.
Give me verse. Okay, so we got him crying. Read that again. I like hearing about him crying. Read 38.
God, that one come. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, oh my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Okay, now we good. Now reading 39 to 40, and then we gonna get out of here.
God will come. Verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Now, all right, here go your blessing. When you have your time of rulership, your dwelling will be in the what?
The fatness of the earth.
What is the fatness of the earth? I said it earlier. The fatness of the earth.
Oh.
The earth, the majority of the earth, the fatness. You understand? I'm going to let you rule the earth. Go ahead.
And of the dew of heaven from above.
And I'm going to let you go into space. And you see this? Now he's giving him the same blessing he gave us. 2. See what he's saying? See what I'm saying? Keep on.
And by thy sword.
By your what?
By thy sword shalt thou live.
Oh, now we didn't get that in ours. You didn't hear that. What does that mean? Go ahead, student. Brother right there. Yeah. He gonna get that brother hand. That's exactly what it means. That means he gonna take it all. He gonna fight for it. He gonna kill. And that's how he lives. By his sword shall he live. Keep reading.
And shalt serve thy brother.
But you gonna still serve your brother. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
But when you got the dominion, you're going to break the yoke of iron off his neck. Your brother going to be in chains. but you're going to break the yoke off his neck. You know why? Go ahead.
Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
He did what?
He hated Jacob.
Go ahead.
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
After that, I'm going to kill him. Yeah, my daddy finna die, and I got to go through the mourning of my father. But after that, it's on. And guess what? It's been on ever since. Now you see why the white man hates you. Now you see why it's so much animosity between us. Because of Ezekiel 35:5. Somebody give me Ezekiel 35:5. You got that scripture for me? Go ahead, give me that. Somebody else, say what you got to say.
He a goddamn bastard because it's just like you said. Like the blessing was damn near the same, but the only difference was that he was gonna have to serve his brother.
That's the point. He can't.
That nigga hate that nigga.
He
just hate him.
He can hate him.
Bro, you got the same thing.
Right. He got a little more added to his because it didn't say nothing about us ruling with the sword.
Right. Being crunk and battle.
Right.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? But he just a bastard. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16 that you asked for.
Okay.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing.
We know that after when he would have inherited the blessing, what?
He was rejected.
He was what?
He was rejected.
He was rejected from ruling the kingdom of heaven. So right now we are living in the white man's heaven. We are living in his kingdom, in his promise that the Lord gave, that his father gave him, that he's going to be ruling with the sword. When you look at the earth, who rules the majority of the countries around here? The white man. The white man rules the countries where other countries are. He rules the Chinese people. He rules over the Arabs. The U.S. military has, somebody look up how many stations do the U.S. military have all over the world. Somebody look it up. It's over 100. It's over 100. Yeah. How many? Huh? That sounds right. That sounds right. But look it up. I just want to make sure the white man rules everybody. I'm talking about, look, it's 800. 800 what? 800 bases. Go ahead.
It says 800 military bases in more than 70 countries.
How many countries?
70 countries.
And
territories abroad.
That's the fatness of the earth. Now, how many bases do blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have? No. Not one. You see that? He living out his blessing. He living out his reward, his heaven right now. This is his heaven. And you are trying to fit in his heaven. So what do? You do what he do. You live by his rules, but you got rules. These are your rules. And you're ignoring your rules to follow his. So what do? You sell drugs, you smoke them, you live life like you want to. You live as they live. Go ahead.
Sluggish, sir. And it says despite recently closing hundreds of bases in Iraq and Afghanistan. So that's after all that.
You see that? You see that? That's just letting you know that this is his kingdom. This is his blessing that his father gave him. We're living in that right now. Y'all understand? Yeah. All right. Now, you finished that scripture? Somebody holding something for me? Give me that, and then give me 2nd Ezra, and let's get to that. And it's crazy because I was finna get into this earlier without getting into this topic, but this was a perfect segue into it. 2nd Ezra 6. Okay, go ahead. Read what you got.
Oh no, so like I said, it was still a couple of questions too. I didn't know if you wanted to get.
Okay, we online.
What the questions that was there earlier? I had those questions.
Oh, the brother here. No sweat. We can get into him when he get here. When we get through with this. Okay. All right, let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 6. We're going to start at verse. Start at verse 6. Oh, I want Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel
Come.
to help you understand the spirit of the white man.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
He has what kind of hatred?
A perpetual hatred.
He just had a never-ending hatred for you. Go ahead.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
By the force of what?
By the force of the sword. In the time of their calamity.
While we going through hard times, he's still killing us by the sword. Even when we're not a threat, he's still killing us by the sword. You know why? Because it's in his blessing that by thy sword shall thy live. Go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
When we try to stop sinning, he's still going to want to kill you even more. You understand that? That's the Bible. That's what you're living right now. Now give me 2nd Ezra 6. Start at verse 6.
Calling out of one come. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended.
Keep reading.
And by none other. Verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time?
Right.
Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of that follows?
So Ezra's want to know, when is our kingdom going to come? Like, when is it going to be the end of the first and the beginning of what comes after? Okay? This is what he's asking. And I wanted to go into this because Christians tell you that if you ask questions about stuff, who are you questioning? You're questioning God. And you can't question God. That's a sin to question God. I don't want to ask this because I don't want to question God. Well, look, Ezra is sitting up here going back and forth, questioning God. You know who else did that? Abraham did that. Abraham sat in front of a city called Sodom and Gomorrah and said, Lord, if it's 40 righteous people, will you spare this city? He's like, for if it's 40 of them, I'll spare. What about 35, Lord? What about 35? If it's 35 righteous people, I'll spare the city. What about 30? If it's 30, what about all the way down to 5? He questioned God. And what happened to him? He got saved because he questioned things. He got saved from the destruction that came because then he knew what to prepare for. He knew what he could and couldn't do. Not asking questions leave you in the dark and it keep you doing the same old stuff over and over again because you are afraid to question. How do you go to school and not ask questions and learn stuff? You don't. So when you go home with those F's on your report card, it's because you can't ask questions. Keep reading.
Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
You see that? It's going back to the covenants. It's going back to the blessing and the curse and the blessing, meaning the reward and the punishment. You understand? This is hell for us. This is a punishment. You understand? This is not living. We are not living. Keep reading.
Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
What?
For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is which man on the earth right now? The white man. He is the end of what?
The world.
Of the world. So what does that mean?
And Jacob.
Hold on. What does that mean? Say it again. Esau's rulership is going to end. Give him a hand. That's right. Esau is the end of this world. And what comes next?
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
Right after the white man fall, who gonna rise? Us. Every day that things happen, it brings us one day closer and closer to the end of this place. And you know what they know? That you, who've been in the ghettos, who they've been stepping on forever, is going to rule. So you know what they tried to do? They tried to utterly destroy us. They tried to destroy us from the youth as kids. They tried to make you kill you. How many times have you thought about killing yourself of ending it all? How many times have you looked at your situation and said, this is the worst thing, it'll never get better, so I just should do it? But you know why you haven't done it? We just read it. Why? If you've been paying attention, you'll be able to say it. No, that's not why you ain't did it. But that's a good reason to think about it. Go ahead. Give him a hand. Because the Bible says that the one shall be stronger than the other. You see that? So if a white man had to go through what you went through, what would he do? He'll been killed himself. You know what? He will say, everybody, let's have a family meeting at the top of the Eiffel Tower. Let's all talk. Let's take a couple of family photos. And he's going to get everybody to the top. And he's going to say, this is for your good, little Bobby. Next, Janet. This is for your good. I don't want you living like a nigger. And he's going to jump off and they're going to all hit the cement because they would rather die than live like you. Because they don't want you. They are not as strong as you. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You see what I'm saying? They could not go through the life that you've gone through. Go ahead, Tazadar.
Kind, sir. What's crazy is like the Christian church, they call themselves so-called followers of Christ. But when they hear us, the true preach prophets of the Lord, preach against Babylon falling, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna rise no more. Brother, you can get that hate out y'all.
Right.
See what you doing right there, brother? That ain't righteous.
Mm-hmm.
But in order for us to rise, they gotta fall. And it's in the Bible, like it's in the book of Revelation.
Right.
Come on.
They just don't read. They don't read it, Doc. They don't read the Bible. No, they go off of what the Christian sayings. You know, I love the Lord. You love the Lord. You heard my cry, and you know what I'm saying. Like all that kind of stuff. Like that don't make you want to live. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis. They listening to Joel Osteen. That's what they doing. Keep reading. Now, it said Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning of that which follows. So our kingdom comes next, right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. Verse 10. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand.
Oh, stop right there. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. What does that mean? Go ahead.
Our hand was holding on to Esau's foot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a symbolism that we coming behind him.
Right, but it didn't say Esau and Jacob. It said the hand of who? Man. So it said Esau. What did it say? Esau Jacob was holding the heel, but there's a hand between the heel and the foot. Right, it's a hand, it's a man's hand in between that. Right, yeah, that's the faces I wanted right there. What? Yeah, that's it. Go ahead. Don't rank too high. Put your hand down. Go ahead.
The Most High?
Come on, Tazadot.
The fate of all mankind is dependent upon who is in rulership. Esau is the end of the world, so everybody is living in modern warfare right now, from Iraq to Russia, all the world wars and all that. And then everybody would be on peace. You understand? When Jacob is in rulership. So depending upon who's the ruler, the state of mankind will fall in either one of their hands.
That's what it means. Mankind, the heathens, everybody else is going to follow whoever's at the top. The hand of man is in between it. They are waiting to see who's next on what's coming up. That's what the hand of man is. That the hand of man is between this. And after that, what happened? Read.
So the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Other question. Ezra asks, thou not?
After that, Ezra didn't have no more questions. He's like, dang.
Well,
So we next. We coming up after this is over with. That's what we are. That's why we here. Because their kingdom is falling. And now the Lord is preparing us for rulership. Go ahead.
That's probably why, like, all of them want to look like us. Like, they get their lips done and their butt done because we're about to be on top. And I guess it's kind of ushering into that.
Yeah. See, the Bible says that we're the salt of the earth, right? Meaning we give the earth flavor. Even in our wickedness and our stupidity and our ignorance, they still follow us in this. Okay, let me say it like this. Let me use a couple examples. You are absolutely correct. Who do homosexuals want to look like? Wait, who do transsexuals want to look like? Black women. They don't ever want to look like Chung Lee. They want to look like a black woman. You understand? They want to be us so bad, even if it's a wicked way or a righteous way. Let me tell you something. This is what this lady on the internet named her daughter supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, shaniquanay, whatever. It was 1,000 letters, Isaac. 1,000 letters, because she the salt of the earth. She is the best at ignorance because she the salt of the earth. Our men are the best at homosexuality because we the salt of the earth. We are the most intelligent people on the earth because we're the salt of the earth. No matter what we do, we're the best at it. If it's righteousness, if it's wickedness, or if it's